Okay, we're live. Somebody check Twitch for me and make sure I'm audible this time.
I'm having to do a thing.
Oh, here comes Mist.
And now we can't see Mist.
I'm here.
I
Hey,
can
look,
hear
I
him,
can-
don't see him, don't care.
I can see him easily.
Literally the only person that I can see live on screen is Daniel. Everyone else, it's just a picture. But
No
that's
worries.
okay.
Can anyone else see me?
I
can
see
see you.
everybody.
Yeah, I see
Oh, well
everybody.
then I can't do anything fun, never mind.
Alright, anyone checking Twitch?
Mess with Amanda, do weird things to make it go, oh, what the fuck, in the middle of the game.
That would be funny.
I'm just going to assume that I'm audible on Twitch.
Let's see.
Yeah?
I guess. I don't know. I haven't checked Twitch.
Someone will have to check.
I'm checking.
Because last week, like halfway through, I cut out. I don't know why, but
Really?
yeah.
I didn't notice that at all.
Yeah. I was audible to you guys, but on Twitch, it cut out.
All right, let's see.
So weird.
Yeah, there's audio.
Okay. Is there my audio?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, good. What happened? Who knows? I don't know. Get some music going. Get my sheets up. Alright, so, last week, you guys started off by fighting some elves and a T-Rex. You pretty much squashed that pretty quickly. And then, as time passed, you ended up in the final bout of the tournament. In between that time, you went down to the black market to get some wares. Nobody chose the ring that caused centaur love, I guess. Yeah.
But I got centipedes.
Yeah. Yep. So you got some items, and then you fought in the last tournament, and that was against a seemingly small child girl, and a cyclops, and a mimic. Come to find out, the girl just might be a dragon. And the mimic seems to be pretty sentient, and the Cyclops is just a Cyclops. But you guys ultimately defeated them and won the trophy that did have the orb on top of it, the water orb. And as winners of the tournament, you were invited to a party at the main castle, which is going down here pretty soon. But before that, James' character Gray has decided to try and track down the party members of the group they fought. And sound all pretty accurate to you guys?
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah. Cool. So I think we're going to open up with Gray confronting the Cyclops. The Cyclops is at a bar, sitting at the bar having a drink. James, what does Gray say?
Hey, you Cyclops. What your name? Like Scott or something?
It was Scott, yeah. Yeah, so he turns to you, and he goes, "Huh? What do you want?"
Where is she at?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
You had your victory. Why are you bothering me?
Because I need to talk to her.
He says, if you're referring to the young miss,
Mm-hmm.
she's not available at this time.
Where did young Miss come from?
That is not for me to know. have but one job, and that is to protect the miss.
Well, I definitely am not here to kill her.
I don't know what you want from me.
I need to see the young miss.
And I'm telling you that I cannot show you to her.
When can I see her?
He kind of like looks at you puzzled, and he's like, the miss only sees who she's allowed to see.
Who she's allowed to see.
He just stares at you. He blinks with his one eye.
Is that a blink or is that a wink?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is he winking or is he blinking?
He didn't tilt
And why
his
is
head.
that? Why is she only allowed?
He says, I think you misunderstand my position. I am hired to protect the miss when it is deemed necessary. I do that job to the best of my ability. Beyond that, I do not ask questions.
Well, I'm gonna need to see her. So just tell her she knows who's looking for her. Tell her Gray and I whisper the other dragon is looking for her.
He looks over at Simba. Simba's just like walking Simba down. When you say other dragon, he's like, Pops, I thought you couldn't, said we couldn't.
Just hush.
He's like, the Cyclops says, I will relay this information, but I don't know what you expect from it.
We need to talk to her. That's all.
Okay, he says.
All right.
And so
We'll leave the bar.
Okay, all right. He goes back to drinking, and just, doesn't do anything really. So as you're walking out, Simba's like, he's like, so Pops, what do we do when we meet the other dragon?
We need to ask how old she is.
He's like, it's weird, because she didn't really feel like a dragon.
Well, she definitely, when I cut her leg off and that polymorph came off during the fight.
He says, I know, I saw that. It was weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
Do you think she's going to be okay?
I'm sure she'll be okay.
He's like, I don't know. I don't know if I can regrow a leg.
I didn't know it was possible. I don't know if she's going to have a leg. I'm sure she's not going to be happy.
He says, but her leg was really big.
Yes.
Because my leg's not that big.
No, yours is not.
Cool, you gave the dragon a complex.
He says, what was with the weird box that she had? And it was a puppet, and then he was a chair. And
I don't know. That thing's weird.
he says it kind of reminded me of the backpack that Fiamma has, but
Yeah.
but then like not.
Yeah, same sort of.
Yeah, sweet.
I've never seen one like that.
Me neither. Of course, I haven't been around very long, so.
Yeah, and something tells me neither is she.
He says, she had that collar around her neck, and it looked like it was hurting her.
Yeah, it did.
I'm glad I don't have a
Actually
collar.
looked like it was controlling her.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like to meet her, though.
So would I.
I wonder if she's eating souls, too.
Oh god.
That's quite a possibility.
So you guys, you can continue to talk as you go back to join the group. Are you guys trying to engage in anything before the party starts?
I guess we could discern. I could discern realities.
About what?
I mean, aren't we at the party already, or
No. I said before you go to the party.
Oh, I thought you were saying before the event to the party.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still at the market, right?
Yeah. We're still like around the Coliseum.
I mean, even though, like you said, it's the end of the day and stuff like that, maybe I can discern realities to see if there's anything else cool to purchase, just really quick before we leave.
Okay. There's not.
Yeah, there's definitely not.
There's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been pretty picked over at this point.
Well, yeah. But I rolled. I rolled
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
So
you did.
that tracks.
You rolled real bad.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's.
All right. Then I assume you're going to head for the party.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure.
Yep. All right. Cool. So you guys, you're directed to arrive at this gate here.
Mind you, quick question. Who has
Yeah.
that water orb?
I do.
Okay, it's in your bag?
Yep.
That's what I wanted to know. All right.
So you guys are instructed to arrive at this gate, and then you would be allowed entrance. So once you arrive, there's guards out front, and there's sort of like looks like a porter, and he recognizes you from the tournament, obviously, and he says, "Oh, esteemed guests, please do come in, join us. The party's just about to get underway." And he's a human, so and it's like nice robing and stuff like that, and begins to escort you in. I assume you don't have any problems with that.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, cool. So as he's walking you in, he sort of like gestures. He says, "Oh, have you ever been to the inner wall before?"
Not here.
Nope, not here.
Yeah. He says, "Oh, okay, good. Well, welcome to the inner sanctum of Macrotir." And so he starts showing, like he says, "Oh, the stables, they're over here. And on this side, we have our own personal market." And he says, "That's the mayor's mansion over there. We have our own inn. You can stay there for tonight if you would like. Free of charge. It's on us." And he starts leading you to the castle itself. And he says, "Here's the grand castle. So this is where all the business happens. This is where the military organizations and all the finances are tabulated here for the whole town of Macrotir. It's quite the operation." And do you have any questions before he leads you in?
No.
Yeah, I asked him if all of that happens here. Do they also have a like a master library or any information?
He says, "We have a military library here within the castle. I believe the Duke has quite the library in his mansion."
Okay.
And he says, "Why do you ask?"
I love to read.
He says, "Oh, splendid! It's so nice to have people that can read." He says, "Did you go to proper schooling?"
A long time ago.
He says, "Oh, excellent. Is it? Do you remember which establishment you attended?"
It slips my mind. It's been so long.
He says, "Oh, wow." He says, "You must be old."
I certainly feel old.
He says, "Well, you don't look it."
Thank you.
So he leads you in. When you guys enter, there's sort of a very nice like entryway. There's a lot of sort of statues along the side. It's sort of this grand foyer. A lot of like red velvet all over the place, gold trim on everything. And he says, "The party is just beyond this door." And there's two large doors at the back. He knocks on the door and it like slides and someone looks out. and seeing him, you hear like some latches, and they open the door, and then when it opens up, there's sort of this scene. It's a very large banquet hall. There's a number of tables around. There's a very large sort of serving table that has lots of food on it, hors d'oeuvres, and there are drinks and stuff. There is a separate bar where a bartender is making alcohols, and people are mostly just mingling and talking. It's very sort of loud and noisy as everyone's talking. The majority of what you see are dwarves, minotaurs, and humans. The dwarves and minotaurs make up the bulk of the people that are here, and then there are probably about 20% humans scattered about. In total, you're probably looking at about 150 so people. There is a sort of roped off section towards the back, and all the people in that area seem to be dressed considerably fancier than everyone else. So, and then also in this, you see Fairbanks and his two kobolds. He's sort of just sitting at the table with the kobolds sort of tied up to the table, and he's drinking a very large mug of something, anyways, and he's sort of by himself. So that's what you see. Is there anyone in particular you're looking to interact with at this point in time?
I would like to talk to Fairbanks.
All right. So yeah, walk over to him. What do you say?
I said, your might's quite impressive. You're very brutal in the arena.
Yeah. So he sort of sets his glass down and he looks over at you and he says, "It is the brute required to snuff out the evil of this world."
And what is this evil you speak of?
He says, "All the wrongdoers, the immorals, the thieves, the adulterers, the swine. I will purge them all."
I wink at him and say, "Good luck with that, tiger," and I just walk away.
He sort of calls back to you, says, "I do not need luck when I have strength."
And I just thumbs up. Well, I don't face him. I just keep walking to the crowd. Yeah, that wasn't going to go well.
So yeah, I mean, you guys are there. One of the minotaurs walks up to you, you guys. Are you all still together, or have you kind of peeled apart? I guess.
I am not with them.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, I just walked off.
I know.
Yeah, what about the rest of you? Are any of you sticking together, or have you dispersed?
There's some food around, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's
I
like
think-
a buffet table type thing.
I think
Hey,
Miss
Simba,
would be
you want
going
some
for the
food?
bar.
Yeah. Okay. What about Wildheart?
He always wants food.
I think I'll visit the bar.
Okay. All right. What's Clancy doing?
First, James, I think you're muted on Roll20. No, I muted you. Never mind. I'm done. Clancy's gonna walk up to the fanciest looking people and start doing parlor tricks.
Okay, we'll come back to that. What's Melody doing?
Oh my god.
Grazing and talking to the performers because I'm sure they have some.
Yeah. There's definitely like a band in the background playing some music. All right, cool. So let's see. Let's start with the Gray. You and Simba walk up to the table, and so one of the Minotaurs walks up to you, and he says, "Hey, I saw you. You won the individual tournament on Friday, didn't you?"
Yeah, I did.
He says, "Yeah. That last guy, he just forfeited to you. That was kind of weird."
That guy's weird.
Oh, do you know him?
I do now.
It was missed, but anyways. He says, "Oh, okay. Well, it's kind of an anticlimactic battle, but everything up until then was pretty good."
Yeah, it was fun.
He says, "Yeah. Well, and then you were in the group battle too, right?"
Yep.
He says, "Yeah, you guys fought that crazy bunch of people."
Yeah.
He says, "That was kind of wild, wasn't it?"
Yeah, it was.
I said, "I've never seen such a thing. I mean, what was with that one's leg?
I'm not sure.
Was that illusion magic?"
Sure.
We'll go with yeah.
Oh, okay. And then
Illusion magic.
And then I've never seen it. I mean, I know that every team needed at least 3 contestants. I don't know if mimics can be considered sentient enough to be a contestant. I mean, that's more of a pet, I would say.
I don't know. I can't tell you. Neither here nor there. That thing was crazy.
He says, "Oh." He says, "You know, with your strength, you could do pretty well. Have you ever thought about maybe joining the army? The Minotaurs could use you. We're actually facing a bit of a crisis. I can't say a lot about it, but there's some bad things going on up there, and we could pay handsomely."
No. No. Not at the current moment.
He says, "Oh." He says, Do you do work for the dwarves then?"
I do a little work everywhere.
Oh. Wow, your boy sure can eat.
Yeah, you can eat.
Yeah, man, he's almost feral.
He can eat.
Yeah.
So can I.
So he continues talking to you. Melody, as you're talking to the performers, they're playing. So I guess you wait till they have like a
like a break in session.
break in their set. Yeah, so the performers they're all human, so when they were break, do you say something in particular to them?
No, just making conversation like I typically do.
Okay, what's your icebreaker?
Hold on. I'm trying to think now. You caught me off guard.
Shred a mean flute, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or you could roll charisma for an icebreaker. See how that goes.
Sure, yeah. It's got to go better than like the discern realities that I did. Yeah, it's a 9. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, the flutist.
It's not the best thing they've ever heard, but it's there.
Yeah, the flutist is says, "Oh, are you a musician too?"
Yes.
She says, "Oh, well, we
Gray hears it while stuffing his face across the room. Sometimes.
She says, "We always like to encourage amateurs to better themselves by getting advice from the experts. Is there anything, I could help you with?"
Yeah. What do you have to teach?
She says, "Well, I could use basic chords, I'm sure."
Okay.
Yeah,
Will we roll on that?
She starts showing you some basic chords on the flute. Do you pull out one of your ocarinas?
Let's not do one of the magic ones. I'll pull out the lute, or I'll sing.
Okay.
I don't want to cause a storm inside, or like boil someone's water while they're drinking. That's not going to be. It's very gauche.
Yeah. So yeah, she just starts showing you some chords and stuff like that. Nothing super fancy. She thinks you're just sort of slightly inept musician.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
So that carries on. Let's go to Clancy real quick. So Clancy, you're walking up to the people behind the roped off area. Is that what you're doing?
Yes, at least up to the rope.
All right. And what are you gonna do as a trick?
Gonna pull a gerbil out of my ass.
Oh my god.
And they're gonna burn you as a witch.
Please tell me you're not doing that. Because you'd have to drop your pants for that, right?
No, I'm gonna try to.
No, that's the magic trick.
I'm gonna try to slide the gerbil I have, from one hand into the other.
Okay. All right. So yeah, roll on dex.
Put a gerbil in my ass.
The magic
Hello,
trick.
boys.
Dex roll. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was dealing with the level up stuff I didn't do before. Perfect. I hurl the gerbil from one hand to the other. Magic.
Yeah. So yeah, one dwarf just sort of looks at you, and he says, "Father, the rabble has come to do some sort of grotesque show. Could we not shoo them away?" And
What the fuck kind of dwarf are you?
yeah. And so this larger, sort of older dwarf that he's talking to says, "Now, son, it is no way to treat our subjects. You must humor them, even if they are simple." He and then he looks over at you and he says, "Good show, old chap. Good show."
I'm gonna put the gerbil on my head, bust out my fiddle, and just play them something.
Yeah, roll on charisma for that one, I guess.
Okay.
Short and sweet. 9.
So he says, so as you play, he says, "You see there, son? He has some talent. With an instrument anyways. It's not the best, but it's certainly pleasing to the ear." He says, "I know. Why don't you ask him his name?" And so the younger dwarf looks over and he says, "Huh. Fine, sir. What is your name?"
Why, my name is Clancy, Your Highness. And I bow as deeply as possible.
He says, "Oh, at least this one knows his place." He says, well, Clemency, it's quite a pleasure to meet you."
Indeed, the pleasure is all mine.
He says,
And as I'm bowing, I'm just starting to reverse. Just dragging my head across the ground.
he says, "He is an odd one, isn't he?" He says, "Father, what sort of person is he?" And then the older dwarf goes, "Well, son, I'm not entirely sure. You see, this world hosts a multitude of oddities. I know within the walls of our kingdom, it's mostly only elves. But you have to imagine, outside of Durhold, there are so many types of people from all over the place." He
His
says,
dad's Mufasa.
he goes, "It's a little disgusting, don't you think?" He says, "No, son. It's the way the world is." He says,
This is in the shadows.
and he says, "The world is disgusting. I much prefer our home." And then you hear him say, Percy, my boy, why don't we go play some cards?" And you see a Minotaur walk over, and this Minotaur goes, "Yes, this rabble is quite exhausting. We should go retire to the card room." And the younger dwarf and Minotaur leave out of a door into another room.
Cool.
Yeah.
I start going and doing tricks for other patrons.
Yeah. Those it probably goes a little better for. So Wildheart, while you're drinking at the bar, after you've had a number of drinks, the bartender says, "Wow, I guess the dark elves can really put him away, huh?"
Yeah, we can. Keep them coming, coaches.
He says, "Sure thing." He says, "So, I'm a little surprised to see one of your ilk in this place. Figured you'd harbor a certain amount of ill will towards, our people."
Oh, I do. I want to punch you in the face.
He says, "Oh heavens! Well, here, have another drink." He slides you another drink. He says, "So, are there more of your kind in the city?"
What, so now we all know each other?
Of course you do.
That was good.
Oh my god.
He's all, "Oh, no, I didn't mean to offend. I just, if I understood correctly, you travel in small groups and you mostly keep to yourselves, and I just assumed."
Mm-hmm.
They just keep drinking.
Yeah. So no one ever shows you guys sort of like a worried look on his face. Yeah. So as you guys are mingling, does anyone else ask questions or look for any particular type of person or thing while you're in there?
Yeah, I would like to look for the certain individual that has that library.
Okay. So it's the Duke of Macrotier.
Wonderful.
And he would definitely be in that like roped off area.
Fuck.
Clancy will occasionally go to the bar and take one shrimp from the bar and drop it in his head.
You could
All right.
you could certainly ask someone to point him out so you kind of knew exactly who it was.
I would like to approach the roped off area.
Okay. Yeah. So you walk up, and what do you do or say anything when you walk up to it?
What's there? Is there like a bouncer sitting in front of it? I would assume.
There's like tables, and along the roped-off area, there's probably a couple of guards here and there. I mean, they're not really doing anything.
So it's not like separated. You can see who's in the.
Oh yeah, you
area.
can see everyone. You can see exactly what they're doing. You know, they've got their own tables, their own bartender, their own food, and they're sort of just having their own party within your party.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up and introduce myself as what I call myself, Ted, Bill. Which one was it? Bill
Ted.
Was it Ted? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna introduce myself as Ted, and it was a pleasure to have been invited to such a nice party.
Okay. Are you saying just to the group in general, or are you looking at you look someone in particular in the eye and saying it?
I'm gonna look at whoever I think is in charge. So like the fanciest motherfucker there.
Okay. All right.
That would be me.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's definitely like one dwarf. Well, in fact, there's a dwarf, and he has sort of like a little bit of a I don't want to say it's like a full-on crown, but it's definitely like a little ringlet around his head. It looks pretty fancy. And then there's also a minotaur who has like his horns are like plated in gold, right?
Wow.
And so those definitely look like the most regal people in the room, and they both have like pretty fancy like robes and cloaks, and they got rings on their fingers and like gold chains on their necks and stuff.
Yeah, like super high up there.
Yeah. So do you address the minotaur or the dwarf in particular?
They sit next to each other.
Yeah, they're kind of conversing.
Then when I say it, I make eye contact with both.
Okay. They
so either one of them could misconstrue that as being directed at them.
So yeah, they sort of stop talking and they look over you, and the dwarf says, "Oh yes, you were in the tournament, weren't you?"
Yes, it was.
He says, "And how do you find this palace?"
Quite extravagant.
He chuckles, and he says, "Yes, I suppose you would feel so." He says, "It pales to the beauty of Durhold, but it certainly is exquisite for the town that it is in."
I would love to see something that makes this pale in comparison.
He chuckles some more and he says, I'm sure you would. Yes. He says,
Dirt hole, more like dirt hole, sorry.
He says, I'm afraid Durhold is only accessible by dwarves.
Oh, alas.
He says, "Yes, quite so." He says, "But it is for the safety of the kingdom."
I understand.
Now, who do you believe this to be that you're talking to? I guess is the question.
I believe that this is someone who is not the ruler of this area, but someone who is the ruler of this area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like he's the Mac Daddy.
Cool. So you have seen recently that obviously that the first prince of the Dwarven Kingdom has been murdered, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have that knowledge as a player. Whether you intend to play upon it or anything, that's on you. So do you continue conversing with him?
I mean, as long as I'm not bothering him, if I detect that I'm pissing him off, then I'm out.
Okay.
Because, upper ups like that get shitty with people they don't believe is their level.
Yeah. Roll a discern realities. We can see how well you're reading the situation, I guess.
All right. That on intelligence or wisdom?
Wisdom.
Or what? Yeah, of course. Fuck me. Oh, I discern it fucking on.
Jesus.
Yeah. So you
Wow.
you can tell that he's not he's sort of more amused. That quite possibly he doesn't really talk to a lot of peasantry, and so right now he's just sort of amused at the whole thing.
Okay. Well, then I'm just going to say that it's not often that I get to meet someone with such stature. Rubbing elbows with people like that is something that is interesting, and I enjoy the conversation.
Yeah.
And then I drop slightly like, you're much better converser than the few gods that I've met.
Yeah. he tickles again and he says, "Gods." He says, "I've met a god. They're quite
Really?
They're quite frightening."
What god have you met, may I ask?
He says, "Well, don't you know? We serve the god of Lu. I was in direct converse with him."
Lou?
He says,
Really?
he says, "Indeed."
I feel like there's some name dropping going on.
Yeah. He says, he's a gracious god. I don't know if you're a follower of Lu, but it was Lu who organized and assembled the dwarves and the minotaurs, brought us together and gave us order.
I do remember Pops, and he was a great guy.
He says, "Pops, what is this? Do not slur the name of Lu."
I slur not. It's just that you don't know who you're talking with. I guarantee you, sir, that I have met Lou.
So at this point, we're going to piggyback on your other role. You could certainly discern he has lots of annoyance now.
Okay.
And so the Minotaur says to him, "Gelford, are you going to let this peasant talk to you in such a way? Is this how the dwarves do business? Is this?"
I'm going to cut him off, and I'm going to say, "I am so sorry, sir. I did not mean to do that. I apologize." And as I turn, I purposely move my robe so he can see my medallion, which I'm almost positive has some symbols on there that probably people would recognize.
So here's the thing, right? So you were given that medallion before any of them met him.
Oh, I understand that.
Right. So,
but it's got to be marked with his symbol.
Not because it's just some sort of wood medallion. So it wouldn't have been part of his iconography necessarily. So, when you flash the symbol, roll on charisma actually.
Yeah. Okay. See, now this one I have a +2, and I get this one will fail. Yep. That tracks.
So the Minotaur sort of says, "Look, he wears mere wood as a treasure, a trinket to behold. How simple the peasantry in the Dwarven Kingdom is."
Wow.
So Gelford.
What a dick.
Gelford says, he says to the other guy, he's like, "Now, don't judge the people of the Dwarven Kingdom. While they may be simple, they are true of heart."
All right. Well, I say thanks for that guy.
Yeah.
And what are the books named that are written after us?
The Grigori Chronicles.
The Grigori Chronicles?
Yeah.
As I walk away, I say, what would I call him? Lord, King?
Okay, so now I want you to be aware, because I feel like Mist would be aware, that those books are sort of heretic material because they talk about the murdering of gods. The gods,
Yeah, okay.
So just, I'm just saying, I think Mist would understand that. So I'm just letting you know on a player level that if Mist is name dropping that, it's because he wants to incite some anger. All right. So.
All right. Well, then I just say, thank you for your generosity and taking the time out of your busy party to converse with me.
He says, surely, and thank you for enlightening us in the ways of the peasantry.
And I laugh and I wink at him, and I say, I hope I get to meet you another time. You are very interesting.
And he sort of just like waves at you. know.
Oh yeah.
No, there are
I
other,
also give him the. No, keep going.
there are other people. I mean, there's probably a good like 20 or 30 people in this sort of like high class area too. So,
Okay.
and a lot of them have stopped like and paid attention to what's going on, because it's not as though the upper royals are having a lot of conversations with the lower class. So, this seems like a lot of the conversations stopped when your conversation started happening.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to nonchalantly walk off, so I'm not bothering him.
Yeah.
But I'm going to stay close enough to the roped area that if I have attracted any flies to my honey, they may come and talk to me.
Okay. All right. All right, we're gonna pause it. You're listening in for a while, and we'll come back to that. What is Clancy up to now?
Oh, Baylor.
Clancy continues going up to the bar several times to get food and putting it in his mask.
Okay. Yeah. So definitely the first time you do this, first couple of times, you get a lot of odd stares and looks from people, and people start sort of distancing themselves from you. And till it's a point where like you definitely have a nice like, I don't know, 20-foot radius around you where people are not in your general vicinity, and you can hear like whispers, people talking about like your odd behaviors.
So, Mike.
Yeah.
Let me get into this now real quick because it's something I want to do. So I took multi-class Dabbler when I leveled up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to cast a spell from the wizard class.
Okay.
Technically, I'm supposed to have a spell book for it, but can I say I have it all written on the inside of my mask?
Okay.
Okay, cool. So then I'm going to cast Prestidigitation and just start putting on a show since I have all this room.
Okay. Roll for your spell casting.
Woo! 11.
All right. And what kind of show are you putting on?
I can make cosmetic changes to things. I can create minor illusions no bigger than myself. So I guess I'm gonna make like a very small, very like midget circus, just running around me,
Okay.
performing cartwheels. And
Okay. So like
balancing,
like
bowling
ethereal,
pins and shit.
or like more solid.
They're minor illusions, so they're crude and clearly illusions, and they won't fool anyone, but they might entertain them.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Sure thing.
Dog.
Yeah, okay.
Dog.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You whatever. So there are some children in here, and so you actually get a nice little audience of about 10 or so dwarven and minotaur children, and then like one human child, and they're sort of like oohing and awing over your stuff, and one of the dwarven parents does come and like shoo their child away. They're like, "Come on, honey, you don't. This guy's weird." But the others are still like looking on. Their parents are neglecting them pretty hardcore because they're getting drunk or whatever, schmoozing, and so yeah, you have a gaggle of children.
I don't
I mean,
think
as
he
long as
needs children anywhere near him.
I begin leading them out the door.
No. Oh, jeez. Yeah. No.
No, I'm just gonna keep entertaining them for as long as they keep watching.
Yeah,
I might
cool.
like make small changes to the lineup or whatever.
Yeah. So Melody, the band goes back to playing. So they are done talking to you at the moment because they're doing the next set, which is going to last for 30, 40 minutes at least. Do you do anything else during the meantime?
I don't want to go talk to the rich people.
Okay.
Yeah, they're dicks.
Melody doesn't really drink. Melody goes to talk over to Fairbanks. Why not?
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, that tracks.
Um,
Is this the witch all over again?
roll charisma.
Sure. Oh, God. Oh, that's hilarious.
When you get like moderately close to him, he looks at you and he says, "Tempt me not, harlot.
Okay.
I'll not succumb to your seductive ways. Come any closer, and I will smite thee."
Bye. All right. Cool.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure he just said he was going to pimp slap you.
That's kind of what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Shut
Somewhat.
up, Gray.
Cool.
Hey, watch this, Simba. I think she's going to get smacked.
Not a good time. I've walked away.
Yeah. So, Wild Heart, are you doing anything else over there by the bar? Now that you've pretty much spooked the bartender.
Yes, after several more drinks, I then proceeded to harass the band while they were playing.
What do you say to him?
Something along the lines of, "You're trash."
So yeah, as you start sort of belittling and berating the band,
They cry softly.
two guards walk up, both dwarven, and they walk up on either side of you, and one says, "Are we gonna have a problem here, sir?"
I mean, problems. The only problem, I can't even say it. All right. No. No problem.
He's like, "So we can."
It's so ridiculous you can't say.
He says, "Then I suspect you'll calm down, sir."
Yes. I promise to contain myself.
He says, "Good." And as they start walking away, the other one comments to him, "Savages, all of them."
Wow.
I'm going to tackle the guard.
What are you gonna do?
I'll show you savage and tackle him and
Oh,
bite him.
shit! This is not how I thought this was going to go. This is a party, Simba.
Roll on strength.
We can't go anywhere.
No.
Anywhere.
I got belittled by, like,
What's
a
your
musician that was...
what's your modifier? 0? Cool. You're pretty drunk. And as you go to tackle the guard, the other one that you're not tackling, just like decks you across the face before you reach the other guy. And you take 6 damage as your face hits the floor.
How tall is Wildheart?
I mean, he's pretty tall.
Then that dwarf had to jump to do that.
Yeah, it's
Hilarious.
Superman punch, man.
So you got like Ryu uppercutted him. This is great.
I want to run over and start talking to the officer. Be like, "Sorry, officer, I'll make sure to keep this one under control." And pull out like a turkey leg out of my head and be like, "Come on now."
So the one guard says, "Best you do before we throw him out." And the other guard says, "See, told you they were savages. He's using food to like entice him. It's like an animal."
Oh my god. This is not good.
Bray walks over and hears this. If you say savage one more damn time.
Now hold on, Gray. For 25 gold, you can take him with you.
Are you trying to sell Wildheart to me?
No, to the guards.
No.
So the guard just looks at you and like furrows his brow, and he's like, "First of all, sir, as I'm sure you're aware, human trafficking is illegal. And second of all, you know he's not worth more than 20 silver."
Oh my gosh.
No, this wasn't human trafficking. I was just saying I'd turned a blind eye if he just went away.
The guard?
No, Wildheart. I
That's-
tell the guard that.
Oh, so you're trying to pay the guards to just like not talk to him anymore, basically.
No, I'm trying to have the guards pay me to look the other way while they take him away.
Oh. He says, "Oh, I mean, we could just take him away. We're within our rights to do that."
Yes, but then I wouldn't get money.
The one guard looks over and he says, "Is this guy serious?" And the guard's like, "I don't know. He's been doing weird stuff in the corner all night long."
Jeez.
He
While they're
says-
talking, I'm just gonna slowly start inserting the turkey leg back in my head.
Wildheart, what are you doing?
I am drooling over the turkey leg.
So the guards are just like talking. They start walking off as they're talking to each other. The one guard says,
I can hear you.
"Yeah." As he's walking off, he's like, "Man, I'm going to wash my hand now."
I'm gonna-
Jeez.
I'm gonna give Wildheart the turkey leg and be like, "Well, that was a bust."
Gray, Simba says, "What? Why are those guys such jerks?"
I don't know. They're dwarves. They're assholes.
He says, "Yeah, but like, I mean, Darren's a dwarf and he's okay."
Shut up.
It's what? Oh,
Shut up.
okay. Sorry, pops.
Don't. Don't even. You don't even know them. Don't even mention them while we're here. Again.
Okay.
Unless you want us all killed.
He says, "Oh, killed."
Shut up. You are so loud.
Sorry, pops. Sorry.
Just like a normal kid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just stop talking. Stop. You literally go eat some more food.
He says,
You always want food. There's plenty of it.
He says, I ate a lot, pops. I'm pretty full.
I
For
pull a
right
second
now."
turkey leg.
You're
and I'm
full?
like, come on.
You're
now."
full. You're full. You're telling me you're full.
Yeah,
You
I
eat cow.
I did. I ate like 3 cows worth of food.
Yeah, in about 15 minutes you're going to be hungry
I
again.
mean, maybe, but that's in 15 minutes.
Okay, in 15 minutes go get some more food.
Okay.
Just don't talk to
Hey,
anybody.
pops. Can I
Yep.
Can I get a drink from the bar?
No.
You don't even like alcohol, remember?
He says, yeah, but they get different things over there.
You know what? I'll walk over there with you and we'll see what they got.
Okay. So yeah, you guys go over there.
Milk it is.
So, Mist, if you're just sort of like hanging by the nobles area, you can the Minotaur and Dwarf that you spoke to before, they're having a conversation and it's starting to get a little bit heated, and so you can hear the Dwarf say something along the lines of like, now's not the time. We already discussed this, and the Minotaur says something about people suffering, and it's starting to get like a little loud, and so you see another dwarf walk up to them, and he's like, gentlemen, I just don't know that this is the venue. As he kind of looks out, kind of like with his head, for this sort of discussion, and we've already had our delegations. I think that maybe with the drink and the atmosphere, that this is not the time. And you see the Minotaur says, know your place. And then he looks over at the dwarf and he says, do your subordinates run you? And the king's like, no, they don't. He says, but quite possibly he speaks some truth. Maybe we should hold off. And he says, you only want to hold off because you want to avoid this conversation. This isn't over. And they kind of keep arguing. Do you do anything while this is going on?
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm just giving you the option.
No, I just listen in.
Yeah. Cool. So they sort of keep arguing, and it's starting to get arguable enough to where like a lot of people are starting to notice. So the rest of you kind of start noticing it's going on as well. Do any of you do anything?
No.
I continue entertaining children.
Man, I already got called a whore tonight and like was talked down to by
Everybody notices?
by musicians, like half my talent level, and they can't.
Oh, we're at the bar. Never mind.
Wildheart? Are you eating a turkey leg now? So what's happening?
Yeah, that's happening.
Yeah. Cool. So this argument escalates more and more, and you see the Minotaur. He draws a sword on the dwarf, and suddenly the guards start drawing their swords, and a lot of people in and around the nobles area now have weapons drawn, and the Minotaur says, "Is this how you treat your esteemed guests?" And the dwarf says, "Only when they're being jackasses." And he says, "That does it. The alliance is absolved. We, the Minotaur nation, will no longer support the Dwarven nation. Not through trade, not through financial aid, not in any way." And he says,
Which
Minotaur,
nation are we in?
you're in the Dwarven nation.
Cool.
He says, we'll take our leave. So the one dwarf that tried to calm them down before, and he's like, can everyone please just lower their weapons? And there's sort of like an I will if he will sort of transaction that's going on, and a lot of yelling and screaming. The two younger ones, the two younger sort of snobbish, the dwarf and Minotaur, walk out from the back. As soon as they're there, you can see sort of guards from either side grab them and separate them into sort of their own little factions. The Minotaur says, "We'll take our leave. And the dwarf says, "Good riddance, then." And so you can see sort of like the minotaurs starting to sort of like start to file out, and all the dwarves are just standing, still weapons drawn. This takes a couple of minutes for them all to finally file out.
See what I told you, Simba? Assholes.
The king leaves, and he's surrounded by like a battalion of sort of men, and then the other sort of nobles are filing out as well. And he keeps the one younger minotaur like directly by his side the whole time. And they exit, and then when they're all gone, everyone's just sort of like standing there dumbfounded. And the one dwarf, once again, that tried to break him up in the first place, says to the noble dwarf, he says to him, he says, "Maybe it's best if you retire to your room for the evening. I will have someone escort you." And he like calls some people over, and they come to his side, and he like swats them. And he says, "I know my own way. I'm perfectly capable." And then,
somebody's drunk.
Yeah, and then he says, "Dorian, find your sisters. We're leaving tonight." And the one sort of snobbish dwarf is like, "But father, I was winning at cards." And he says, "There are more important things in this world than your petty cards. Your brother is dead, and here we are parading around like everything's fine. It's time this nation get back in shape." And he says, "Fine, father." And then so you see him go out another door, escorted by some guards, and the king walks out of a door. And so the one dwarf sort of addresses everyone. He says, "Everyone, I'm so terribly sorry. I'm sure this will all blow over, and just don't be concerned. I think we're going to have to call the party early. Please take any food you want or drinks on your way out. There are complimentary stays at the inn. Just grab a voucher as you leave, and breakfast is on us."
Graze at the bar. I want 10 of your finest liquors to go.
The bartender.
Bottles.
Yeah. So you're there, and people are like starting to crowd the bar. I mean, they're starting to rush.
No, I was here first. Back the fuck off.
And the bartender says, "I don't know that you can carry that many."
Don't worry what I can't carry. The boy will carry it too. 5 in my hand, 5 in his hand. Give him up. He said complimentary.
So you see the bartender just give it to him. Get him out of here. And so he just pours drinks and hands them to you.
I didn't say drinks. I said bottles.
Okay. Yeah,
give me the finest bottles.
He just grabs like a fistful of bottles and hands them to you.
Yeah, we getting drunk, guys.
So yeah. And what about the rest of you? What are the rest of you doing?
Simba, I'll let you have a little taste of this.
I'm gonna try to talk to him.
Which him?
No, you're not.
The one that was trying to smooth everything over, that just dismissed everybody.
Yeah. So now he is sort of in the midst of like directing various guards and butlers and whatever to get them to sort of get the place cleared out effectively. So roll on charisma to sort of interrupt that.
Of course, this will be terrible. Yes.
Yeah. So what do you say to him?
I'm gonna win no matter what happens here because I got a 13. So all the best things. I'm gonna ask him. Well, first I'm gonna sympathize with him, how he's being treated, and I apologize for that. And then I'm gonna ask him about what in the heck just happened.
He says, "Oh, you were the one talking with the kings earlier, weren't you?"
I was trying.
He says, "Yes, it's quite miraculous. I have never seen them humor a peasant before. Not that I'm calling you a peasant, but that's in the grand scheme of things. You must understand how the hierarchy works."
Hey man, I watched how they treated you.
He says, I'm names. I need names. Where'd he go? I'm Hrothgar. I am the Duke of Macrotyr. honestly, this is just the worst possible outcome. Everything went fine. We finally had agreements and all the negotiations from the festival, and then it just took a few drinks to destroy it all. It's going to take a lot of work to mend these relationships, I think. He says, sorry, I don't mean to unload my troubles onto you. What is it that you wanted, sir?
No worries, friend. My name is, we established that was Ted, right?
Yeah.
My name is Ted, and I was actually going to inquire about books of, ancient renown, rarity books and things. I'm a big reader, and it didn't seem like the right time when I was talking to Your Majesty.
He says, oh, yeah, books. He says, you know what? I've got a library in my mansion. Listen, I've got a lot going on right now. Perhaps you could visit me some other time, and I could certainly maybe show you some of my finest works. But honestly, it's just right now it's not great.
I understand. Remember, it's Ted. I would love to come by some other time and peruse your library and have a talk.
So he summons like an attendant over, and he says, look, this is Ted. You say?
Yes, sir.
He says, this is Ted. Take down his information. He's my esteemed guest, and I will certainly will want to meet with him later, I guess. And so the attendant says, he sort of looks you up and down, and he says, Ted, you say?
Yep.
He says, is Ted your surname or your forename?
It is the only name I have.
Only name. He says, and Ted, where do you hail from?
I am from the world.
Ted of the world.
He just kind of looks at you, and he raises an eyebrow, and he says, it's rather cryptic.
Man, I don't poke into your business.
He says, look, man, I'm just doing my job. My boss asked me to take down your information for some later purpose, like help a guy out.
Yeah, just say Ted from abroad.
He's like, fuck my life abroad. He's like, do you have a mailing address or somehow we can contact you, Ted?
I'll be staying in that inn. That's free.
Okay. He's like, he's writing some stuff down. He's like, all right. And he flips his pad over and he's like, you know what? And he writes some stuff down. And he says, take this. And he rips it out. And he hands it to you. And he says, when you're ready to schedule an appointment, just bring this to the main gate or any attendant within the inner wall, and they'll make sure you get you taken care of.
Thanks.
And he says, make sure you use the same name, Ted.
Yeah, Ted of the world.
Of the world.
And what's your name, may I ask?
He says, oh, my name's Reno.
Hey, Reno, where are you from?
He says, well, originally I'm from a small farming village outside of Macrotier.
And you don't work within the walls?
He says, oh, I do now. He says, I was sold at a young age as a slave to the royal court, and now I work as an attendant.
Oh,
You're welcome.
Man. So, as I walk away, I put my hand on his shoulders and I say, hang in there, man. Life gets better. And as I turn to leave, he feels a weight, and it is a gold coin.
Well, hold on. When you say life gets better, he says, sir, I'm 153. I'm not so sure that's true.
Damn.
Don't worry, kid. I can tell you, it'll get better.
Yeah.
And I call him kid on purpose.
And
Because it ain't shit on me.
when you walk away and he reaches up and grabs the gold coin and he looks down at it, and he's like looks around, and then like he's like slips into his pocket. And so yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Anyone else during the Exodus do anything?
No, I think I've had my fill of abuse.
We're also taking food.
Jesus, man.
Cool. So hey, you know what?
Lots and lots of meat.
As Melody, as everyone's finding
No.
out, yeah, the flutist that you talked to, she's like, "Hey, elf."
You ever been to band camp?
Oh God.
She's like, "Hey,
Hey.
me and the rest of the band are gonna go like, we're gonna go have some good times out behind the castle. You in?"
Okay. Well, I would ask like, what's going on, but Melody wouldn't. So yeah.
Cool. She's like, cool. Come
Oh
on.
God.
Follow me.
No. Okay. This is not going to go
Yeah.
well.
And what about the rest of you? Wildheart, what are you doing?
Chewing on that turkey bone.
Yes. I'm getting at the marrow.
The bear is staring at you and drooling.
I can't even believe they let that fucking bear in there.
He was in a tutu. It's fine.
Yes.
He was dressed all fancy like.
I think Coda's a she, pretty sure.
Yeah, I just flipped the bone to her. And just lay down right there in the floor.
Yeah. So cool. Wildheart lays down. Are the rest of you exiting?
While I'm exiting, I'm just gonna grab him by the foot and drag him behind me.
Okay, cool. Good, because those two guards are going to come make trouble again. Yeah. Wildheart, do you let him
Makes
drag you?
sense.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you
I
guys...
sedated him with the turkey leg. It's fine.
You
You gotta get 30 to 45 minutes before he gets back
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. So the amount of tryptophan that's in turkeys actually isn't enough to cause any sort of actual sleepiness.
No, he actually dosed it.
Oh, okay.
That's the cocaine I put instead.
Yeah, okay.
Just having a good time.
So, science. Yeah, so you guys are making your way. I mean, there's a gaggle of people that are heading towards the inn. And so when you guys that are going to the inn arrive at the inn, it's pretty immaculate. It's definitely like the nicest inn you've ever stayed in. It's got like all down like mattresses, and the all the sheets are like the finest silk, and there's all sorts of like molding work and statues inside it, and it's got like a 4-star restaurant built inside. And so yeah, you guys get in, and while you're doing that, Melody, you're heading behind the castle, and when you get back there, one of the members is already back there, and he's got like a small little fire going. It's being fueled by magic. And he's like, "Oh great, everyone's here. Cool." And he says, "Oh, you brought the elf." And the flutist is like, "Yeah, don't worry, she's cool. Like, you're cool, aren't you?"
Yes.
She's cool. Yeah, she's cool. And she's like, "You got the stuff? You got the stuff?" And the
Oh God.
the drummer says, "Oh yeah, I do." And he pulls out like a rolled up pouch, and so he unties it and rolls it, and there's like several vials of white powdery substance. And
Should have known the life of a musician was going to take me.
he's like, all right, everyone got their pipes.
Holy shit!
And they all pull out like a smoking pipe. They all pull out pipes, and the flutist looks over at Melody. She's just like, "Oh, do you have a pipe, Melody?"
My tolerance is sky high. I don't think I'm going to participate in this portion of the night.
She's
Or
like,
you totally could, and nothing will happen.
She says, "I thought you were cool."
I'm seriously not a narc. I just have done it so many times. Actually, weirdly by accident, but yeah.
She's like, how do you do drugs on accident?
Okay, so there have been a few situations where fairy bones were tied to a bomb and thrown.
A bomb?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I didn't.
Share the love.
Yeah. Let's just say I've had some bad trips, man.
Jesus. Oh. Well, I mean, if you're not going to party, I mean, what are you going to do?
I guess I'll just go back to my group.
She says, oh.
Sorry, though. Thanks, guys.
She says, but are you sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
I said, well, hey, you got any of that other stuff? And the guy's like, yeah, I got that stuff from that weird guy.
Oh, God.
He says, yeah, I think his name was Kyle.
Oh, no!
Oh my god! Holy shit, dude!
Yeah, bro.
So
Fucking Kyle.
he pulls out this and he says, I think he called it weed, and he said it was laced with something called bath salts.
So, of course, Melody's going to succumb to peer pressure, like holding it up and go, what's the worst that could happen?
And so, yeah, he's got basically like a roach, and he's like, you want this?
Sure.
So, yeah, he hands it to you, and he says, yeah, just use the fire over there to light it, I guess. And they all start packing their pipes full of the fairy dust.
Oh, this feels sketchy, but sure, yeah.
Yeah, so you light up, and then
My poor character.
they all sort of like take just a small stick and put it in the fire, and then pull it out and put it over their pipes where the fairy dust is, and start sort of puffing it in. So let me get you to roll.
Of course, yeah.
On your Constitution, please.
Fun. Yeah, that's gonna go well.
And you eat a face.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay, yeah. You just get a mild buzz, right? I mean, it's nothing you can't handle.
Wow, yeah.
You know, it's just enough for a good time, but like you won't forget anything. So they start smoking the fairy dust, and initially they're real sort of like happy-go-lucky, and then the two of them start like fighting each other.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, and one's like, it's like, oh god, it's sentient ice cream. I have to kill it and eat it. And the other one's like, the hot dog's attacking me. The hot dog's attacking me. And
with my charisma, can I talk them down to their safety safe?
Well, first of all, the flutist is like, dude, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Like,
probably not.
It's like that butterfly is fighting that moth with the sword, and I think a net. I don't.
Well, I'm glad you're having a mellow trip, so there's that. Yeah.
She says, "Oh shit!
Congrats on that."
Shit. I didn't know that frogs could talk. So weird.
Wow.
It's like, oh god. First I saw one explode earlier today, and now one's talking to me. This is the weirdest day. So yeah, roll charisma if you want to try and talk him down.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to talk him down to the safety safe. There we go. I've been this tour guide before.
Yeah, so after a little while of like talking and coaxing, you manage to like settle them down. They're still tripping balls, but they're not trying to kill each other anymore.
Yeah.
So the night just sort of tarries on. You guys back at the inn. Are you attempting to do anything at the inn, or are you? I mean, it's late. Are you going to bed?
Feasting.
You're still hungry?
I never actually ate anything. I just stuck it all in my mask. I just have a bunch of food in my mask.
So you have food just spoiling inside your mask right now?
Hey Clancy, do you want one of these
hour?
drinks? Want one of these bottles I took?
I'm gonna pop the mask off and just like dump all the food out on the table and then put it back on. Be like, yes.
Here's you a bottle. We now have 9.
Yeah. Simba's like, Pops, can I get a bottle?
You ain't getting a bottle. I'll let you try it.
He's like, all right, cool. Let me try it.
Here you go.
So yeah, he drinks a little bit of it, and he's like, oh, this is way better than the other stuff you gave me.
Yeah, but you can't drink a lot of it.
And he says, "Oh, I won't." Look, 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 look.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, that's it for you. Now it is nappy time.
He's like, nappy time. No,
Nope.
I feel like I could like.
He's like, I want to dance.
I don't know. I feel like I could
Do nothing.
fight a dragon or something.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep.
It's amazing.
And then he's like, so I guess I'll be fighting myself, huh?
I'm gonna
Look.
take my gerbil out.
Oh
put it
no.
on the table.
Where have you been hiding it?
Don't question me. Crack the cap off of the liquor, pour some in that, and then hand it to the gerbil.
Yes.
Cool. You know what? Roll on a -1 for the gerbil.
Oh, the gerbil's gonna fucking die.
The gerbil's toasted as fuck. So the gerbil starts to like try and run away.
Aww.
Oh,
Do you stop it?
drunk.
I mean, yes. I'm holding the gerbil.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he's just like squirming and like trying to get free, and then he's chittering at you. And if you could understand him, he'd be like, swearing obscenities at you and telling you that you ain't his mom. But
Oh.
but
Nice.
Does anyone have a tube?
adventuring gear, right? Cool.
No. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So, Mister, you do anything? Are you retiring to bed or?
No, I think I would probably be snacking on something, maybe getting a drink.
Cool. So the while you're in there, a halfling walks up to you.
Fuck.
Yeah. And she says,
Before she even says anything, I start sniffing in the air.
"Cool, like you're Joe Biden or something."
Yeah, it's really good. I'm just sitting there and I like get the drink up to my mouth and I'm like that, and then I keep drinking.
So she walks up to you and she says,
Smells like a woman.
"She says, well, look at you, tall, dark, and mysterious."
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
She says, "So what's your deal?"
No deal. Just drinking.
She's, "Oh, well, you ever think about buying a fine lady a drink?"
Sure.
She says, "Oh, excellent. I'll have what you're having."
All right. So I just yell, "Hey, another whiskey."
She says, "Oh, I like a man who drinks whiskey. It's very refined." She says, "So what brings you to these parts?"
Tournament.
He says, "Oh, I think I recognize you. Yes, you were one of the winners, right?"
Yeah, name's Ted.
"Oh, Ted. Yes. Well, what do you intend to do with all those winnings?"
Keep him?
She says, "Yeah. Maybe you're gonna buy a house somewhere or something,
Sure. Yeah, that sounds great.
or start a business."
Yeah, I like.
Did
the
we
way you
ever
think.
even get our winnings?
No.
All right,
Didn't think so.
We'll posit you would have gotten them about when it was over. So
Yeah. What was it?
it's 500 gold
Okay. I'm
A
gonna add that
piece
to my
or-
shit
Total.
right now.
total.
Total.
Yeah,
Let's fight for all that shit for 100 gold.
500 gold. It's a shit ton of money. Just because you have like a shit ton of money doesn't mean it's not a shit ton of money.
Well, I guess everybody got 100 gold. Okay, well, I
Yep.
just wanted to know. I couldn't
All right.
Yeah.
remember if we got it or not.
So she says, you looking for some company?
Of course,
Uh,
of course he is.
I don't even know how this is gonna go down.
I walk by, still asking around for a pipe.
Oh God.
Anyone at all? I need a pipe for this gerbil.
No.
So someone offers you a smoking pipe.
Don't think you'll fit in that one.
All right, so cause fuck it, I have no morals. I'm going to put some golden root on my hand. I'm gonna touch her,
Okay.
like touch her hand, like I'm talking to her,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be like, "What's your aim? What's your end goal? I want to know if she's trying to steal from me or if this is just legitly getting down."
She says, oh, well, I'm just a simple girl with simple needs. I just want a man who'll show me a good time and maybe buy me some pretty things.
Oh, gotcha, sugar daddy, cool. Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Literally, let's go.
Cool. You and the halfling go up to your room.
The halfling?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Can you roll your constitution for me?
Yeah, man.
It's okay. Miss was gonna eat her anyway.
It sure was. Oh, Constitution stellar.
Yeah.
You don't kill her. It's fine.
Nope, she just tastes good.
Yeah. You resist the urge to murder and eat her.
I'm not gonna murder her at a 9. What are you talking
I
about?
said you resist the urge to murder.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? I'm not gonna murder her at a 9.
No, you want to.
I might murder her, but I ain't gonna murder her.
You might nibble on her a little bit, but she'll just think it's like it's just playful. So yeah.
Yeah, just bite her a little bit, but not actually take a chunk.
Yeah, we're not going to play this out, but she would say something as to the effect of, "Oh, you're so bad."
Good job, miss.
Well, there's no combat tonight. I'll just put this sheet away.
So, Gray, what are you doing?
Trying to keep this boy in check.
Cool. Yeah, he's getting a little tipsy.
Well, he ain't drinking no more.
Nah, but he's a lightweight, right? He's
Yeah,
drink
yeah.
enough.
He's drunk enough.
And so Wildheart, what's happened?
I think at this point, I am shirtless. Most likely barefoot.
But you still have your pants on?
Maybe.
Wildheart, be careful. Clancy may try to sell you right now.
Yeah. So Wildheart, a dwarven lady walks up to you. And she says, my, dark elf. You don't see that every day. She says, if I had my druthers, I'd take you out back somewhere.
What are these druthers and where can I find them?
She says, oh my. Well, the druthers are in my nethers.
Oh my!
I don't know what's going on, but I'm down.
Wildheart, I'm pretty sure that chick has a beard.
She's like,
Never stopped before.
she says, oh.
Push
Well, then.
along.
She sort of like starts leading you out of the. So somebody put the mother effing party has arrived. I just smoked a fatty out back, and I'm concerned I've lost my penis. Thanks, chat. Apparently the person in chat is also in our tavern. I don't know Sippy, but what's up, Sippy?
That also tracks. What's up?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So the dwarf lady starts leading you out the side door. Are you cool with that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So she gets you out there, and she sort of starts removing some of her undergarments. And when you start sort of getting in just to the thick of it, she says, "All right, now, that'll be 100 silver, please."
Sure.
So yeah, you pay her. Stuff happens. And there we go. So Melody, I
blew the smoke in the cat's face.
Okay, all right.
Sure.
Roll on a -1 for the cat's constitution.
Cat has a strong urge to run around the room wildly.
Got the zoomies. Alright.
Yep.
He gets a 9.
Yeah. So when you go to smoke a his face, he just like breathes it in real deep.
Oh yeah, he does.
And he says, "Please, bitch, that stuff's so weak." He says,
I know, man.
He says, "Why are we hanging out with these assholes, anyways?"
I don't know, man.
He says, "Look, Melody,
It's been a tough week.
I'm gonna need you to get your life together, all right?" He says, "I'm gonna need you to buckle down." He says, "I got needs in this world, and if you're all mopey and sad, that you ain't gonna be able to fill them, all right? I need a litter box the size of a continent, all right? I need a mountain of fish." He says,
I look over at him and I say, "You're not my dad."
he says, "No, I'm your owner." He says, "No crap, I'm not your dad. I'm not responsible for you. I just need you to perform correctly."
Please throw catnip in his face.
I don't have catnip.
You have a bag. You can pull it out.
He says, "Look, those stoners are like out of their minds right now." He says, "You could take their stash. They'd never
What if-
know."
I know, but Fairy Bones isn't my deal.
He says, "I don't care. It's not about wanting it. It's about having it."
What's this cat's name again? Lucy?
Tyrone.
No, Tyrone. I know exactly what you're
Yeah. What the hell?
I want to walk by, tap Melody on the shoulder, and be like, "Excuse me, Miss Crazy Cat Lady, do you have a pipe?"
So Melody's like behind the castle, and you're at the inn. So have you left the castle? Have you left the inn and gone behind the castle?
You know what? Yeah. I'm looking all around for this pipe.
Yeah, Clancy would definitely.
So just
do that.
wandering around
Walking
in the
around holding
just
a
wandering around in
gerbil.
the dark, just holding a gerbil like, "Pipe? Anyone got a pipe?"
Yeah, that
Yes.
that also tracks.
100%.
I like the only pipes I think they got are the smoking kind.
What
You're trying
am
to.
I going to do with this gerbil?
Tyrone says, "Gerbil? Hey, give me that." He says, "Melody, give me that gerbil."
The cat wants gerbil. Like,
I'm going to be like, hold on. I'm going to turn around with the bottle of liquor and just pour more into the gerbil's mouth. Like, a lot more. And I'm going to give it to the cat.
Jesus, man.
Yeah. So Tyrone takes the gerbil, and he jumps down on the ground, and then he drops the gerbil to the ground, and the gerbil starts to run away, and then he like latches his claws into it and drags it back to him, and then lets go, lets the gerbil run away, and does the same thing again.
oh, that's so fucked up.
And then he picks it in his mouth, and he just like slings it around a bit,
Oh.
and he does this for a while until the gerbil sort of just stops moving altogether, and then he's like, "Hey, Melody, I got this for
Yeah.
you."
Oh god.
He says, "Now eat it."
Oh my! You better eat that gerbil.
I'm sad now.
You're gonna be so drunk.
So, since I can't understand him, I'm going to be like, such a wasteful cat.
And
And
I'm
grab
gonna
the
look
cat
at him.
and put the gerbil in his mouth.
I'm gonna.
As soon as you grab the cat, he starts screaming, and he's like,
Get his
"No,
mouth open."
no, Melody, make him stop, no!" And he's like thrashing.
Pushing the gerbil in.
I fake being too high to help him.
Holy shit!
He's like, "Melody, you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay so hard."
I've been paying all
You're gonna
week.
Yeah, and he sort of he's like, "Oh, blah, and then
And now you're
eventually-
drunk.
Eventually, he swallows the The
Astrobal.
Astrobal, yeah. Could you roll on Constitution to -2 for me?
Oh yeah.
Tyrone is drunk as crap. So after like, you know, it takes about 30 minutes for it to really set in. But he's like, Melody, listen, you're okay. He says, I
You
don't
are too,
actually,
Tyrone.
yeah, I don't actually mind you that much.
I know.
He says,
I feel the same.
I mean, sometimes I shit in your coffee, but like, that's just because, you know, you need to be driven. You don't have any like drive, and if it weren't for me, what would you have? Nothing. You're all alone.
Jesus.
And I mean, you know, one day I'll be happy. I'll make sure of that, because you know, if I die, you die, and so, you know, where was I going with that?
I think you were trying to say that you were going to make sure we were both happy.
Oh, yeah.
Off myself, you know.
He says,
I gently pat his back to try to help him.
yeah, and then he just like throws up a massive hairball.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
There you go, buddy.
I'm gonna lean over to Melody and be like, you know, I think I'm gonna need a lot bigger pipe now.
Look, man.
He's like hey, Melody, I got something fun we can do. Is
I'm concerned to ask, but yes.
throw me in the top of that guy's helmet.
You know what? I do it. Do I have to roll on volley?
No, because while she's starting to do that, I'm like, and she starts getting close to me, I'm like, oh, and I open it up.
Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah.
In you go!
Can you roll a Defy Danger with your? I don't even know. Just not dodging it. You're just letting it happen. Rolling your Constitution, I guess, to see. Yeah, rolling Constitution. That's all I got.
Sweet.
Yeah. The cat starts just like wiling out and scratching your face.
This is a party.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
This started out
polymorph
really lame.
my head into a cat.
I have to ask a question.
Now Tyrone has a girlfriend.
Is it a male cat or a female cat?
Female cat winking.
Can you roll charisma?
Yes, I can.
You heard it here, folks. We're doing
Oh, holy
We're
shit.
doing cat sex on TV.
Tyrone's interested. Do you let the magic happen?
Who, me or him?
Clancy.
Clancy let it go.
Nah, I can't understand the cat, so.
Right, but I
Once
mean,
the cat's sufficiently distracted, I'm just gonna pop my mask off and have him dump out onto the ground.
yeah. So when he falls to the ground, he's like, "Oh, stupid whore." He says, "Melody."
Yes.
He says, "Look,
Heartbreak happens.
I just got like blue balled. We gotta find a stray."
What do I need to roll on to help him find a little girlfriend?
I have discern realities, I guess. Wisdom.
With a -2 because you're all drunk.
I'm not drunk, remember? I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, that's true.
I got an 8.
Oh, shit.
She's not great, but she's there.
Yeah, you find him kind of a scraggly, like you know, the town hoe of you know, cats, I guess. But you find him one for sure. And things happen, and that's that. Everyone,
Yeah, let's not.
everyone goes to bed. The night is over.
Yeah.
Everyone roll for herpes. No.
Not me.
I roll for rabies.
Maybe. So yeah. So I mean, you guys actually. We need everyone to roll Defy Danger on Constitution for a hangover.
Okay. Since
Oh,
I wasn't
good.
that high, do I get like any advantage on that?
No, because maybe it was just a bad batch.
I still got a 9.
Yeah. Our commenter loves herpes, by the way.
I bet you do.
Yes.
Definitely have a hangover.
Yeah. Gray for sure has a hangover. Actually, let me roll for Simba too. So Simba's gonna get this and that.
Clancy's up bright and early doing his jazzercise routine. Gotta stay limber.
You made my cat sad.
There we go. Wow, even with a -2, Simba's right as rain. It's all that dragon blood.
Dragons are excellent at metabolizing.
Yeah, I guess so. So Gray, the next morning, you wake up with a hangover, and someone's like, "Morning, pops."
You're too loud.
He's like, "It's the same volume I always am." Hey, it's morning. It's time to go. We gotta get food.
Yeah. We're getting up. We're getting up.
He says, "Why are you so grumpy?"
Because my head hurts.
He says, "Why is your head hurt?"
Because I have a hangover. Stop. Shut up.
He says, "Oh, what's a hangover?"
Which you should have.
It's when you drink too much and your head hurts.
Oh, you should probably just drink less then.
I'm gonna kill you. No. Shut up.
He says, "Man, you didn't have any fun."
You did have fun. You got drunk.
He says, "Oh, is that what that was?"
Yeah, that's what that was.
Oh, well, that was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't have a hangover.
Okay, you just don't have one.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you guys get up. You have the complimentary breakfast there at the inn. It is Sunday morning. As you're sitting in the inn, there's a lot of chatter going on about the events of the night before, and there's a lot of people who seem concerned that the relations between the dwarves and the minotaurs might actually not be mended. Do you guys engage in any of this conversation, or you just sit and listen to it?
Nope. I'm listening to it.
I juggle.
What are you juggling?
I'm gonna use the centipede ocarina and then juggle whatever centipedes come.
Roll on charisma?
Juggling horny centipedes.
13.
Oh my!
What do you want?
Just to like juggle like 20 centipedes.
Okay. What
I'm
size?
basically entertaining people.
What size?
No.
centipede?
Oh no. No! Don't call them out of the ocean!
No, come on, man. Just have like shit tons of centipedes turn into balls and just juggle giant balls of centipedes.
No, they're full stick centipedes.
So
The size of small batons.
okay. Yeah. When they start showing up, people start wigging out a little bit, for sure. But they do show up, and you start juggling them. And the sort of the manager of the inn sort of approaches you and says, "Sir, could you do that outside?"
I'm just gonna toss them all up, take a deep bow, and run out the door.
And just let them fall on the ground.
Yep.
There are some screams and some people run around for sure, and some people pull out like daggers or swords and start hacking away at the centipedes.
I am unfazed.
So you just
This
sit
is
there.
also unfazed.
So you guys just sit there at the table while this all
Yeah,
goes down.
I just roll my eyes. like,
I assume that Tyrone has returned after his night out, and I'm feeding him breakfast.
Yeah. Sure. And Wildheart.
Wildheart.
I guess I'm just too wasted to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
So I'm also gonna use my magic caterpillar mustache and then come back in.
Roll on charisma.
Jesus.
This is where we're at now.
It works on most people. They're too busy, and no one thinks it's you except for obviously your party notices, and maybe there's a few other people in the room who know that you're the same person, but they're busy dealing with other things.
Miss whispers under his breath, "Fucking Clancy."
I just sit down at the table.
Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let's do this. Give him a plus 2 on that one. Okay, yeah. So Simba knows it's you. Because if Simba didn't know, I'd have him be like, "Who's the new guy?" But he knows. But he has a plus 2. He can sense auras and stuff. So yeah, I mean, today is Sunday. It's Sunday, May the 2nd in game, and obviously you guys know that something is going down today, and at some point in time, you know, there's going to be some heisting going on. So who all's doing the heist again? Is it Mist, Melody, and Clancy?
I believe that's true.
Right. So I imagine you guys are probably going to want to head out.
Purposes of the heist, I will exclusively call myself Rodriguez Escobar.
I assume you guys are going to want to go meet up with people from the Thieves Guild at some point in time.
Yep.
Yep. So after breakfast, do you guys sort of do that?
Yeah.
Yes, I say goodbye to my whatever we want to call her.
Oh, she walked to shame in the morning, I'm sure.
No, we had breakfast together.
Oh, okay,
Aw.
okay,
Yeah, we were watching the centipede shit go down.
okay. Yeah. She's like, so when will I see you again?
Let me know where you stay, and I'll pop in by next time I'm around.
She's, oh, well, I stay in a small cottage just outside the inner wall. I work as a barmaid at the what was the name of that inn?
Which one?
The one that was, you guys stayed in an inn that was like down here.
Hold
on, I'll find out. Yep. So we're doing that. What are Gray and Wildheart gonna do with their day?
I want to see if I can sniff the dragon girl again. If I can find her.
Okay. The Empty Flask. That was the name of the game.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you're not gonna be able to sniff her out. So you're basically gonna have to ask around. You're gonna have to like hit the path and start trying to look for her.
Okay.
So do you have an idea of a starting place to ask around?
Bars.
Okay. So you're gonna go off on a journey to find that. Then what is Wildheart gonna do with his day?
He's probably just gonna fish over there by the river.
Excuse me.
All right. So Wildheart starts fishing. Gray starts looking for a dragon. Mist, Melody, and Clancy. So you guys are meeting up over here near the sort of where the Thieves Guild is, with Garfield, the sort of little clergyman. When you roll up, he says, Mist, I see you've brought some help, I presume?
That would be correct.
This is the one with the head. Do you not think that he will be a little conspicuous?
Yeah, Clancy. Can we not do giant head?
Who is Clancy?
Oh my god.
I am Escobar Rodriguez.
Oh, I'm sorry, Escobar. Can we not do giant head?
I'm gonna polymorph my head.
Okay. Into what?
What? Yeah, that's what
Um,
before.
Something with a very large mustache.
Right.
So I turn and say, "See, look, fixed."
Yeah. And are we rolling on polymorph like a spell? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, it's a wisdom roll.
Yep.
7.
So, what shape is your head polymorphing into, roughly?
Nah, just normal person
Like,
head.
like human?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, with a 7, it's a human head, but it's not pretty or anything. It's sort of just a you're you know, maybe like a slightly balding middle-aged man head.
Large mustache, please.
Yep. Now, are you wearing the caterpillar mustache, or does it just have a mustache on it?
The mustache is on the,
Polymorph.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. And you have a mustache for sure. But it's a tiny little mustache.
Oh no.
Then I pull the caterpillar onto my lip.
Yeah. All right. So all that kind of goes down, and Garfield's like, "Okay then. Well, I guess that's better." He says, "All right. So our all of our information points to this going down around noon. So we're going to position ourselves in the market square just outside the guild, and then when everything happens, that's when we'll take action."
Sounds good.
So now, Melody, you had information about having a flyer on you when things went down?
Yeah, I only told that to Mist.
Yeah.
Yep.
So not Clancy, though.
No.
And Miss, did you tell anyone else?
No,
Cool. And do you have a flyer?
I do. Yeah, she gave me one.
All right, cool. And you guys have your flyers in hand? Or, well, on your person anyway?
Yes, this is on my person.
Cool. All right. So, you guys are sort of in the market and sort of mingling around. Meanwhile, if you guys aren't looking at chat, it's getting pretty interesting. Just as a heads up. I can't really read all of it on
Yeah.
air.
I would imagine not.
But it's quite sexual in nature. So, anyways, you can go look at that whenever you want to. So anyways, yeah. So Gray, as your morning is going on and you're looking at bars, can you roll on discern realities for me? Wisdom. Okay, cool.
Actually, that's a 9.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, it takes you a couple of bars. Then when you get to the cum bucket, is that the name of it? It wasn't cum bucket, wasn't it? Maybe it was the sunken cunt. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Sucking
definitely.
Yep. Sorry.
You combine
No, we're
two-
going to the cum bucket.
Yeah. So when you get to the sunken cunt, you talk to this old sort of shady guy in the corner, who you've seen before, and you're sort of asking, no, what are you asking for? What is your description?
I'm sure he saw the fight between us.
Okay, so yeah, but now no one's really guessing that she's a dragon, right? They saw a big leg. They're not sure what they saw.
Yes, I'm just saying, have you seen that girl?
And he says, I might have, for a price.
What is your price for, say, you are asking for?
He says, I don't know. I think 2 gold could jog my memory.
That's fine.
All right, cool. So yeah, you hand him the 2 gold, and he says, well, now it's the oddest thing, actually. He says, over down by that church. I don't know if you've seen the church. It's down here, by the way, and you have been there before. He says, but I saw a cart going towards that church, and that cart had a cage on it. And I thought it was the weirdest thing that there was a little girl in the cage. Her in a chest in the cage, and they were headed towards the church. Darndest thing.
All right. I tell him thank you, and I hand him another gold for telling me.
He says, "Oh, but by the by, that cart is being driven by a cyclops. Looked pretty tough."
He thinks he is.
As well. It's none of my business what you do, but just watch yourself. I'd hate to lose a paying customer.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So yeah, I guess you're heading over towards the church.
Yep.
Yep. So along the way, you pass Wildheart fishing in the river. Do you say what's up, Wildheart? How's the fishing going? Wildheart, give me a roll on Dex for fishing. Yeah, you caught a couple of fish. You got like a handful of
Nice.
fish. Yeah. So. Did you
Mostly
fishing?
just used to drink during the day.
Huh?
Well, fishing.
Are
I'm
you-
using fishing as an excuse just to day drink.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. So yeah, great. Yeah, you fishing. You're passing by Wildheart. Wildheart's got some fish. Do you say anything to him, or you just walk by him? Like, what's up?
I just tell him where we're going.
Okay. And does it pique Wildheart's interest, or is Wildheart just gonna keep on fishing?
Yeah, he's interested.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna follow along.
Sure.
All right. Cool. So you guys are heading towards the church. Mist, Melody, and Clancy, you guys are in the market. So Melody, as you're in the market, a hooded figure walks up behind you and says, "Melody."
Oh crap. Westbrook, I presume, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Do you say that?
No, because if I turn around and it's not, that's going to be bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I turn around.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you turn around and it's Westbrook underneath the hood when you look up, and he says, "Do you have that flyer like I told you?"
I do.
He says, "Good." Mist and Clancy, you're around, but you see this figure talking to Melody. Do you do anything?
Nope.
Walk up and say, "Hola!"
Oh God.
He jerks and he says, "Oh, this is your compatriot, Melody?"
He follows us, that's for sure.
He says,
Pablo Escobar at your service and Super Defy.
"Oh, you look more like a Rodriguez to me, but if it's Pablo Escobar, then sure."
I mentally and facially like convey just like the no, like I'm sorry, like as hard as I can. Yeah.
He says, "Melody, do you feel any concern for this one's life?"
Let's just say he's fairly new to the group.
He says, "Fair enough." He says, then, "Bear witness." He says, "It's only thanks to you that this can happen in the first place. You and your glorious blood." And he takes out a small black cube. And he tosses it in the air, and he yells out an enchantment. And as it rises up in the air, you see a sort of thin black veil dome forming over the whole city. pamphlets that you have, or the flyers that you have in your pocket, seem to dispel in a small area around you the dark shroud that's falling down. Meanwhile, Gray, Wildheart, you guys, just as you arrive towards the church door, you also see the sky start turning black and this veil of darkness coming around everywhere. And as the entire town is being enveloped in sort of this sort of translucent, pale darkness, we end this session and pick it up next time.
Before we end it, I want to make it canon that I look at Melody and mouth, "What the fuck?" Because I heard him say, "This is all thanks to you."
Wait, did he hear that?
I was right next to you. I just didn't say anything to him.
But you were in the market. I mean, I imagine you were right on top, but we can posit you heard it. But you will also recognize the box that he gave you as the one that he got from you.
Awesome.
Yeah. But anyways, that's next week's problem.
I don't feel like it's a problem. We don't live here. Bye.
I'm sorry, Staniel, if your character's cannon fodder again.
I feel like I have to say the words bird cage right now, and I do not like it, sir.
Cage.
I do not like this one bit.
Yeah. So anyways.
Ain't shit I can do about it.
I mean, they told you bad things were happening. Well, they told Melody and Mist.
Told her. She told no one else.
She told no one
I
else.
told Mist.
Yeah.
Well, she just said something might happen, and here's a flyer, and I was like, okay, cool.
I don't even know. Like,
No,
he didn't
you
tell
told
me.
no one else. You told no one else.
He didn't really give me a
You'll be
lollipop.
fine.
Oh, I definitely will be fine.
So anyways,
There's always had a melody.
he said, I want to say thank you to our viewers. Thanks for the views and the fun comments. I appreciate all of it.
Yeah, get some anti-reflective coating on those glasses, guy.
Yeah. And we'll catch you guys next week. Bye, stream.
See you.